In the world of street fashion, there is one name that stands out amongst the rest. A name that has revolutionized the fashion industry and created an empire. Nigo, born Tamaki Nagao, is known for his iconic streetwear brand, a bathing ape and later human-made. He started Bape in 1993 and implemented innovative strategies, which later revolutionized the industry. And Nigo's accomplishments include creating one of the most popular streetwear brands of today and setting the standard for the industry as we know it. This video will be discussing why I believe Bape achieved commercial success and why they are such an iconic brand today. Hi, my name is Bolaji. I'm a creative marketing consultant and I break down iconic brands such as Bape and other pop culture icons and just talk about the business and marketing moves they did that were very good and how we can learn from them ourselves. So if you like that, stay tuned for more. So the first thing I think that Bape did really well was the fact that they were luxury adjacent. When Bape started, they challenged fashion norms in general and really employed techniques that were reserved for luxury brands. Nigo implemented exclusivity as a key concept within Bape, producing limited quantities and only fulfilling 10% of the demand at a time. So Nigo was actually the person who created the drop model, you know, the limited exclusive drop that Cortez used today, Supreme used today. And so by 1998, they had spread worldwide to over 40 stores around Japan. But Nigo had the very smart idea to pull Bape merchandise from all these 40 stores and consolidate it into one store, which is the Bape flagship store. So this vertical retail model was unheard of for a streetwear brand at the time. And when I say vertical retail model, I just mean selling from one store. Streetwear brands in general are not really known for having their own store. Really, the only brands that have their own stores are maybe luxury brands or brands which with loads of chains such as like Nike or Sears, I don't know, whatever else you can think of. Really, it was unheard of because you had to have a lot of brand recognition at the time. But Nigo, he was like, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care. I'm going to do what I want. In the end, it resulted in them making way more money than they actually did being spread about the 40 stores. And so they really did challenge the traditional approach of relying on brand recognition to sell a product. And this strategy of like hyper exclusivity and limited drops at a time is literally a trend that we see to this day with new brands that pop up all the time. Like Nigo literally was the first person to do it. Yes. And so because of how exclusive it was, it actually ended up being seen as almost a luxury item, and it was seen as on par as luxury items. And we'll talk about how Bape entered into the hip hop world in a bit. But the fact that people were wearing Bape in their hip hop videos just goes to show like it was likened to, you know, luxury brands that rappers wear. You know, it even outsold Rocawear, which was a rapper endorsed brand and also kind of like a luxury brand. They had their classic camo print. Just think of like how the Louis Vuitton print or the Gucci print, that Bape print, that Bape camo print is really like unique and identifiable to them, and it helps them be recognized on a world stage just like a luxury brand. And when you see that camo print, you know it's Bape, just how if you saw that Louis Vuitton print, you would know it's Louis Vuitton. And what's great is Louis Vuitton actually have to write LV for you to know, but Bape, you just see that camo, you know. Pause. I just wanted to say, if you like videos like this talking about marketing within pop culture, you would really love my channel. So give me a subscribe, going hurt you. And if you want to book a consultation with me to talk about your brand and how we can get it to the next level, definitely click the link in my description. And let's get back to the video. Mwah! So another thing that Bape are really good at is being innovative. Apart from Bape's crazy fashion success, they were the first brand to do collaborations outside of fashion and do it well. Obviously, they collaborated with other fashion brands such as Carhartt, Adidas, Supreme, but they also collaborated with non-clothing brands such as Pepsi, Disney, like a lot of really random but also really aligned branding. And obviously with all of these collaborations, they would literally just slap the Bape camo on it, but it was still iconic at the time because brands were not doing this. Like streetwear brands were not doing anything like this at the time. Also expanding into women's clothing, which at the time streetwear brands didn't really do. Even right now, streetwear brands rarely will give you like a women's drop or a women's only drop, but Bape did that like literally in the 90s. So very forward thinking. He had a Bape hair salon, Bape record label, Bape cafe, Bape TV. Like he really expanded beyond Bape, and it became like almost a lifestyle brand beyond just clothing. And of course, we have the iconic Bape Star shoe, which I know you probably would think it's not innovative because it's literally copying the Air Force Ones, but in a way it kind of was innovative to copy it, but not enough to get sued. And obviously to this day, those shoes are iconic and everybody wants Bape Stars. If you want to buy me Bape Stars, go ahead, okay? So I think Nigo was very innovative in a time where it was just unheard of. Like, there was just a lot of things that he at that time wasn't doing, and the things I'm saying now, they probably seem so typical, so normal, so duh. But at the time, you have to understand no streetwear brand were really breaking barriers like this. And lastly, I think their hip hop incorporation also really helped Bape. Nigo's friendship with Pharrell played a crucial role in helping expanding Bape's reach in the US market. Pharrell became the basically de facto ambassador for Bape in the US, wearing it in his music videos, to award shows, etc., etc. And with Pharrell's influence, Nigo was able to open other flagship stores in America, such as in New York and in Los Angeles. Beyond that, Nigo was able to create a casual network of rapper friends that he was able to send clothes to, and they were able to promote it either directly or indirectly. But this was really a great marketing tool, making your clothes seem like the coolest pieces of items that are super exclusive and seen on the best and richest and coolest people ever. I mean, just to name a few people that were seen in it at the time: Notorious B.I.G., Kanye West, which helped to promote Bape within the hip hop scene. Going back to Pharrell and Nigo, they also collaborated to make Billionaires Boys Club, which is still a very recognizable brand to this day, along with Bape. So it just goes to show how much Nigo knows really what he's doing when it comes to his fashion, okay? So what can we learn from the magnificent Nigo and Bape, the fashion brand? It is important to have a unique brand identity. Nigo created a distinct identity for Bape. This uniqueness helped Bape stand out from the crowd and stand out in a crowded market, which obviously just then attracted a dedicated following. Oh, maybe he might have been the first person really to do influencer marketing and do it really, really well. Nigo leveraged his relationships with these influential artists such as Pharrell and Kanye West and Jay-Z and etc., and used these relationships to help promote his brand. These collaborations not only expanded Bape's reach, but also positioned the brand in the intersection between music and fashion, capturing the attention of a broader audience, because you have your fashion fans, but you also have your music fans. So it was really very smart. Number 3, diversification is key. Nigo was very smart in not only just making fashion, but like I said, doing all of these other ventures. And whether those ventures were successful or not, it did still indirectly help to promote the Bape brand and the fashion brand. Number 4, cultivating a strong community. Bape's success can largely be attributed to the fact that they have a strong cult-like following. Nigo fostered this community by creating a sense of exclusivity, organizing events, which in turn help him engage with his fans. And overall, just building and nurturing a community around a brand is so key to long-term success. So, in summary, Nigo's influence within the fashion and music world is noteworthy, and understanding the history of Bape provides insight as to why they have the iconic status that they have today. Despite Bape not being as big as it was before, Nigo still is acclaimed for his creative genius and is constantly involved in new projects and collaborations. Overall, Nigo's strategies, techniques, and his dedication to the culture have shaped the way fashion is today, and he has left a lasting impact on the fashion industry. His influence can be seen in the success of Bape and the numerous brands that have followed in his footsteps. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely check out my video on Cortez and the marketing techniques they use. I think you would really enjoy it. And don't forget to click the link in my description bar if you want to have discussions with me. Thank you guys. Bye.